Welcome to Random as Fleek presents.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what you think.
My name is Akif Jalil.
And I'm Mr. Ken.
I am a stand-up comedian.
And I am a porn star.
We go with this now.
Yeah. Tej, you want to introduce yourself, Tej?
I'm Tej.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer. I am Mama. Disclaimer, Mama.
Yeah. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Mama, disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Hey guys, a quick recap on what happened in the previous episode. Me, Akif and Tej were talking about how people are supposed to be held responsible for things that they say on various platforms. Be it on social media, be it on a stage. Me and Akif were trying to reason with Tej on where we come from, where we as people in certain cases get destroyed. Tej was on the other side trying to make us understand why we should be responsible as people who have power in this particular platform. Well, this conversation continues in this episode. If you haven't watched the previous episode, I recommend that you go and watch that before you come and watch this. Watch it, let us know what you thought on the comment section below. Stand-up comics. Let's say there is a joke that they can't say, and they write.
What is a joke that you can't say?
Wait, hear me out. There are several you can't. You just can't because.
Why
because
can't you?
Because of what you just said. It's not there.
It's not sensitive. You can say it, and then you'll get flack.
The repercussions of that flag
That is a lot more than this one.
It's more than.
That depends at what. Then where do you draw the line of sense?
So that's the conversation we have. Let's say I want to make a joke about the N-word, right? And using the N-word, and I can't. So what I do is I write a fiction with a person who is black who uses the same joke in that particular, let's say, fiction. Is it okay?
You, as in you, are writing the book, yeah?
Yes.
I don't think that's okay because you have no experience of the black culture. You never.
But,
I'm not even sure if you've
as
ever
a
met a
reader,
black
as a
person.
reader,
I think you're. Forget as a reader now. I'm telling about you, knowing you. Your experience of black culture is probably
it's
watching
becoming
Bad
personal.
Boys. It's probably from watching Bad Boys. You're like,
Wow.
yeah, these two are black men. This is what black culture is about. My character is based on Bad Boys.
No.
He's always singing. Don't you think it's true?
Listen. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the influences you to a person like me or to a comic. It's a great idea. That the concept of that joke
Yeah,
will not.
certain things are not just ideas.
Can I give you a context
Yeah.
for like a joke that I really liked, and I think that it was done very well. It was this joke where it's a sketch. It's a white guy, a black guy, and another black guy. And this guy comes in and says, "Hey, where's my money?" The white guy says, "So and so," and then the guy who's next to him says the N-word. It's a weird way for the white guy to say the N-word.
Why is the white guy saying that?
The white guy is not saying the N-word. The black guy is saying it, but it's contextualized with
conversation.
him saying it.
Yeah.
So that I think is a great way.
So there the black guy has the buy-in to that. Like he's saying it. And
But do you understand indirectly what it do?
But
what it's
obviously,
saying?
yeah. There is a power dynamic
there is a
where
power dynamic.
the white guy wants to say
it,
it, but then he's making
he's gotten the other black guy
yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
And I think that's a wonderfully done sketch.
Yeah.
Because of two things. For
But
me,
that sketch had the buy-in of that black guy. That black guy was probably in on it
I'm
and saying
saying-
that this is how your racism sounds.
Here's the question. We are talking about a fictional character.
that's the whole point.
It's not because fiction is based on real life.
It's called fiction because
Why don't we
Life.
figure out like can you think of a sequence that uses that idea?
No, think about it. Let's say I'm writing a story about, let's say, in this case, a person who has been, man, woman, I don't care, a person who has been molested when they were a child, and that child goes on to write a joke about this. It's a part of the story.
Why do we have to go there?
I-
I don't think any
I'm
of
just-
us have the lived experience to talk
No,
about
I'm giving you context.
Okay.
Don't.
Pick something that we can all relate to. Unless
That's the whole
I
point.
relate to this a little bit, but okay.
That's the whole point.
it's not a cake. That's my wording.
We're not saying that we shouldn't be called out on these things. We should be. In fact, there are things that we will learn based on that. Like we came up with a joke and we are like, okay, wow, okay, that you find that offensive. Tell me how. As comics, I would know that these people tend to write content like a pulp. You have to deliver on a lot of things together because it's content creation, and you don't necessarily sit and think on whether this is working or not, this is working or not, this is working or not. So with this in mind, okay, there are bound to be slip-ups because you're only human, and considering that those slip-ups and you don't realize it, there are cases where today, many cases where they're not given that opportunity to learn. We are bound to shut people down because you said that. I'll bring up another example, right? Camila Cabello, that's her name, I guess. She got called out brutally. Like people started unfriending her, unfollowing her and stuff like that on social media. And there was like an uproar about her using, I think she used the N word when she was very young. Okay. And I think 16. And she wasn't even defending. She was like, hey man, back then I acknowledged I wasn't so aware of it.
Did she apologize?
Yes, she did. She put out a statement saying, hey, I have not deleted those. I'm aware that those exist. They are a part of my past. Full acknowledgement of this. And still she came under fire. It post that you should have known when you were 16. Consider the fact that there are people who are not aware. Like the case.
But that's the thing. So the fact that you got away with it is privilege, right? This is what we discussed.
I don't think. See, again.
Even when you're 16, the fact that you got away with saying something like that is privilege. Because if someone, like this happened, right? When that Dorsey guy from Twitter had come to India. Jack Dorsey, Twitter CEO, president.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
So he had come to India and he was holding up that cis-Brahminical patriarchy. Smash cis-Brahminical patriarchy. That's what the card said. And I think someone from the queer movement, queer Dalit movement had given it to him. And he held it up. He came under so much flack. And everybody was attacking him saying that no, you shouldn't have held it up. The fact, I mean, whether he should have held it up or not as a white guy, that's completely different. Because,
He didn't know.
I don't know whether he knows or not. But secondly, the people who were saying that were, people who were benefiting from the cis-Brahminical patriarchal system. People who had the privilege. I don't think, as far as I know, nobody who was queer and Dalit came out and said, yeah, we should have left Dorsey out of it. They were just like, why is it touching your raw nerve? I mean, I want the cis-Brahminical patriarchal system to be taken down. And I have no problem with it. I don't understand why we are attaching ourselves in those. When we are calling our cis-Brahminical patriarchal system, there are all the toxic elements of that system that we're calling out. So why are we attaching ourselves so much to it? It's like saying, I hate men. And then someone says, not all men.
Yeah.
So a lot of people come and say, if you're going to keep up this narrative, you're going to alienate all men. I'm just like, not all men.
That's what I meant. This is where I'm saying, what I'm asking you is, people might
I'll
be
draw a power dynamics chart.
unaware of this whole conversation.
So feedback makes you aware.
Yes, my question would be, is it okay for them to come up on stage, say these jokes, being unaware, and yet given a chance to learn from it?
Yeah, but they're not learning from it. No, a lot of them are not learning. For instance, there are no repercussions. Your repercussions are too small, whereas what you're perpetuating through that joke is a worse experience. You're continuing, you're letting someone live in that continued state of oppression, whereas you're bouncing back from it too quickly. You're not acknowledging it. You're occupying space. You're like, I made that joke also. Now I'll continue my career also.
Listen, I'll tell you something. This is something that I would bring up always. It's like if you attack someone, their immediate response would be to defend themselves to the core.
As an artist, you need to know that you cannot.
Hear me out. In case of something like this, you're being attacked.
They are also feeling attacked.
For a comic, forget, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that person was attacked, that's why he's attacking me. No, I'm not going to look at that.
Why not? That's called empathy.
Line is threatened, that's why it's attacking me. Let me acknowledge the line. It's not going to be like that.
Maybe it'll help. Next time you won't be like, I will do this, that threatens the line. I'll be like, okay, bro, I get it.
My point is, I was unaware that the line was...
you.
Wait, finish the sentence.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
No, the sentence is not.
That's money.
See, I believe this this whole reaction, the knee-jerk reaction of being attacked. Like when you feel attacked, you attack the other person. This is like an endless cycle that happens. Okay, what I want to know is if we can move past that. If we can move past, have a better approach to it.
We can. I think it's only now that so earlier, I'm sure, at least 40 years ago, when information technology was not like this, I'm sure we couldn't be recording like this and streaming our content to 10,000 people. At max, it'll be the 40 people sitting in our class. I know the numbers are not great,
20 people will watch this episode, okay? Out of which 2 people already
Wake up!
Yeah.
Okay, when I say us, I'm saying not just us, but anybody, like a Netflix wouldn't be a content creating giant.
Let's say somebody puts up goes to an open mic, and in such a case, you signed up to be a part of an open mic. As a viewer, you are supposed to be aware that there are new materials that you're going to put across. It's not that they are not going to be aware, they are going to be told on stage, hey guys, if you've not been to an open mic, this is what happens. People come here to test out their new material. If somebody experiences like a bad humor joke that not sit upsets them, and they go put up a story online. Immediately this, let's say, comic comes under fire.
So you have an opportunity to respond to that and say, oh my god, so maybe you could say, I'm really sorry that this happened, and you acknowledged it and say that, no, so as an artist, you always have, because you're getting the limelight and they are not. And sometimes, if everybody is clapping, we feel the peer pressure and say, but everybody is clapping and I'm the only one feeling bad. So I don't want to say anything in this situation because maybe, maybe my head is warped, or maybe I'm not thinking straight. Maybe I'm not finding funny.
But why put it out as a post instead of addressing it to the comic?
That's what I'm saying. Because the comic isn't in the limelight. At the end of the day, you feel like that when the person is in the limelight, they seem untouchable in some ways. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, boss,
because
here in this particular world, like you said, technology is advanced. All you have to do is send them a message. Take a screenshot.
So why don't you say that and say, you know what, sometimes you also as an artist, you could probably say, sometimes I say things which are not okay and I don't do that deliberately. And if this happens, then please, my DMs are open. And by all means, please text me and say what you said or did really upset me.
That actually isn't a bad thing.
Yeah. Or when someone even does that, maybe you don't appreciate the medium, but to be honest, they also don't appreciate the medium. They're like, you could have had this conversation with us. Why are you going on stage and doing it? Then there's the power dynamic. Like, why you went on stage and did it, and you're like, why you went and put a story and said it? You could have said it to me, and he's like, you could have said it to me.
Now it starts becoming a thing of like,
Yeah,
exactly. So you're just like, at one point, because as artists, things like that happen, and you have experience, or you've seen other people doing it, you could be like, okay guys, I'm gonna apologize. First of all, something I said has upset someone. I'm gonna apologize for it, and I want to listen to you. So maybe you could start that way. When someone calls you up publicly, you just say, okay, I'm sorry, let's talk this out. I'm willing to talk it out, and I will not question your lived experience. I want to hear why you're upset. That way is how you broaden your experiences. You said as an artist, because you keep performing 4 years, you just stayed. This is your chance to open up your world to a new experience.
Okay.
Or whatever you said.
Whatever. Great, thanks for revealing whatever I just said. I'm not going to do it. I'll put a post. No, but see, this is what this is the
Slide into my DMs and let me know what buttons I've pushed.
None. That's the problem. No, so
Wow.
So with regards to this question, at least for me, it's okay. You look nice. Now the post will look better. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm talking about comedy, and like when there are people who come in and say like, hey, you shouldn't say that. I'm completely fine with it. I don't care. I love it when people post my stuff online and say like, this guy said this. Because it's clout at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
People will consistently come in, say things, and that's fine with me. I'm completely okay with that. I don't want my livelihood to be at stake. That's all I care about. If I'm doing jokes for a living, I don't want to feel like, oh shit, if I say this now, my livelihood is at stake. That's the only thing.
That is a concern for most.
And I'll tell you what has happened. Kunal Kamra got evicted out of his house because he says a lot of flaming remarks. Tanmay Bhatt also did said which
So
caused a lot of
that sort of culture is probably coming from a very government industrial
But I'm also
military industrial government, and also prisons. Like, what are prisons? Except, why do you want to send someone and be like, you did a bad thing, go sit in a corner without engaging in a conversation?
Yes.
And think like, where is this coming from?
Yeah, exactly.
Where is the aggressive behavior coming from? How do we address it? Just because we send one pool and said, no, this is bad behavior, go there. The other pool doesn't stop because patriarchy still happens. There is still that conditioning that violence still happens. They're still being subjected to it. Violence is not quarantine, the person is quarantined. So, the idea is still at large.
When you think about jokes, like, it all comes down to what we have also lived through and what we have learned from our families, what we have gone through as ourselves. So if I do like a molestation joke where I talk about my dad molesting me, you did that, Dad. I'm kidding, it's a joke, calm down. But uncomfortable, which is fine with me. I was also very uncomfortable.
My emotions. Very uncomfortable. Tearing up.
No, my whole point is that it's fine. It's okay for me to come and say that because my job requires me to talk about it. And I feel
that's your lived experience.
It's my lived experience. It's fine. What I I'm sure that everybody wants this, where they can come in, they can say what they want, they can get instant feedback, and then they can leave and be like,
so,
it's okay.
For instance, okay, cool. So this is like the whole millennial baby boomer thing. When people come and say, all these millennials know, and I'm just like, what, bro?
You are also.
No, a lot of them are not millennials because they just missed by that mark. They were 89.
Yeah, that's bullshit. They're still millennials. Okay.
We are still living the millennial culture.
Yeah.
Like, you're benefiting from our culture, okay? But anyhow, they'll be like, these millennials know they're always talking about mental illness. These fucking baby boomers know they're always talking about money. What about that? But then when people started saying no, okay, boomer, that got like viral.
I love that.
No, but so many
funny.
offices release statements saying no, you cannot say okay, boomer. That is being ageist. Oh, you can say millennials and that's not ageist because we are at an entry level. But if I call you boomer, you are at CXO level and you like that is ageist. And I'm just like, this is also ageist. Stop your ageist practices, I'll stop mine.
Okay, guys.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please hit a like. If you want to share the video, hit a share. And
do what Tej is doing right now. She's subscribing to Random as Fleek and sharing that video that's just dropped right now.
Share
to
it.
everyone.
Yeah.
You look at her. That's Tinder.
Why is she calling so?
But okay, she's staring it on Tinder, guys.
She's
That's
nice,
her.
man.
Oh, dude, that guy is
Yeah,
hot.
that guy is also not too bad. I saw
But
my
I'm
father
fine.
on it.
Sorry. Oops.
I did it again.
This is the first time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mom will be
Guys, this conversation is just going to go on, okay?
Oh
I'll
God.
see you guys.
This is the longest
Take care.
conversation.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.